Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Hidden Fates. This is really a big kind of talking point in the community right now, obviously, as the Hidden Fates, specifically the Elite Trainer boxes, had seen kind of a steady run over the past year. Even dating back to like 2019, it was on this straight, just kind of pretty healthy incline, honestly, just gradually gaining value over time. It did see some explosions, obviously, over the summer and even into the fall as Pokemon prices everywhere kind of started going crazy. But then, obviously, a dreaded reprint came in and prices on this Pokemon box absolutely crashed, going from like $300, even as much as $350 down to, I've seen lows around $100 or even below, and the prices are kind of bouncing all over the place. So now people are asking the question, is the Elite Trainer box at current prices a good purchase? Is this something that you can maybe flip in the short term? Is this going to be a medium term hold? And long term, is this going to be a good investment? Should you be picking up Hidden Fates right now? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and opinions about everything that's going on with the Pokemon Hidden Fates collection right now, and whether or not I believe this is a good investment, whether or not I'm going to be picking some of these up, and hopefully we can get your guys' thoughts and opinions as well. But before we get into that, I just want to mention real quick, if you have not already, make sure you smash that like button. It helps me out so much the YouTube algorithm, and I would appreciate it a ton. It's really one of the best ways to help support my channel if you do enjoy my content, and if you want to, just send me some support to know that you guys like these videos so I can make some more of them for you. Also, subscribe if you're not already. That'd be awesome as well. With that being said, let's get right into today's video. So first up, we're just talking about Hidden Fates overall. This is honestly a really good set, especially as far as modern sets go. This is one of the better ones out there. Even in just the base set for Hidden Fates, there are some really kind of dope cards. Obviously, as you can see from this list, the most expensive being, and really the best, the Moltres and Zapdos and Articuno GX Secret Rare. This card is really cool. Obviously, these rainbow rares have been a big thing this year. A lot of people really like them, and especially when you have the 3 birds on them, this is a dope card. It's a really cool one. A lot of people are liking that. And then obviously in this set as well, you have the Charizard GX. Charizards are always going to be something people are looking out for. This is a pretty nice Charizard card too. I like the full art, and I think it looks pretty cool. I think the fire coming out, it's a decent design. It's not a super insanely valuable card, but it does, some of these cards make this set pretty cool overall. But the big thing going on with this set is the Hidden Fates Shiny Vault, which is where this set really gets its value from. This is where we see some of the absolute heavy hitters, some of those big chase cards that really, again, they're going to make all of this worthwhile. They're going to make this such an awesome just collection long term, and even in the short term, because there's just some really sick cards in here. We take a look at some of those. The big one obviously being that Charizard GX Shiny. This card is so cool. I mean, I've always thought, and this is not a hot take or anything, that the Black Charizard is one of the coolest shiny Pokemon in the entire game. Charizard is already insanely popular, and to get a full art of shiny, I don't know why I said shiny Charizard in the black is super cool. And you can see the prices, even on the ungraded ones, are just absolutely ridiculous. $515 around there. But you do have some other cool ones too. You have obviously a ton of evolutions with the Umbreon GX full art. You have the Sylveon, which is a really cool card. And then another one of my personal favorites is the Mewtwo GX, getting that green Mewtwo. I'm a big fan of Mewtwo cards. I think they are pretty dope, pretty sick, and you just have so much really quality good stuff going on in this collection, again, especially for a modern collection. Shiny Charizard, shiny Mewtwo, shiny evolutions, so much stuff that people are gonna want, that collectors are gonna want, that investors are gonna want. This set really does check off so many of the boxes, and that's why for a short amount of time it was gaining a ton of value, and the prices were really starting to get kind of crazy. Now obviously we've seen it fall off a cliff with the reprint, and I think this does provide a really unique and interesting opportunity. If we take a look at what's going on StockX right now, StockX, not the best place to be buying your Pokemon cards off of, not where I would necessarily recommend buying anything from, but they are one website to check out. You can always see what the prices are. But what I like about StockX is they have the graphs, and I think the graphs are really digestible, really easy to see what's going on. And I mean, you can see exactly what we're talking about here. I mean, if we push this back a little bit, we can see that, in October, stuff was going close to $300, and it would bounce all over the place, maybe down to $230, back up to close to $300, $285, and then obviously the dreaded reprint reprint coming in and this thing bottoming out around 108, 105, 110. Again, I've seen 100. I've seen maybe even stuff going in the 90s. But then we started to get on this slow climb back up where prices got up to like 180 again, which honestly, from December 23rd to January 23rd in just 1 month for stuff to go up 80%, that's pretty crazy, and that's something you'd really look out for. It did have its crash, but it had a quick bounce back to where there is some demand and stuff for this set. Now then there was some rumors, and not even rumors, there was actually people finding even more stock of these ETBs up on shelves and stuff, and people maybe discovered that there was really more supply out there than people even thought initially after the crash. So we have seen prices kind of bounce back down, where now you can see they're sitting in this like 140 range. I mean, if we look at the sales from today, you see 141, 144, it goes up maybe 167, 150. You're sitting right around 140 to 150 right now, which again is still a 50% increase in less than 2 months, but you are still quite a bit down from these highs of like 300. And I think I do have an Amazon chart pulled up as well, where things were selling on Amazon, where the most expensive one that's ever sold on Amazon was for 460. But if you remove the extremes, Amazon would even still say though that this box at its peak could have been very close to $400. Again, this is just one site. Every site's going to give you different data. Everyone's going to value things differently. But even on this graph, you can see just the increase that we have seen in this stuff, and it's been crazy. And it was a really cool and hyped up set. But obviously, you always got to watch out for reprints. It's always something to keep in mind and be careful of. If we take a look on like eBay, just another option and stuff, this is kind of the cheapest Hidden Fates ETBs you can pick up right now is this for 147. You see you have a lot of stuff for like 147, which that's 142 plus $6 of shipping. So that's kind of the going price right about now, and that's got a lot of people asking, what should I do? Is this a buy? I see these questions all over the place. Reddit, Twitter, on forums, everywhere. YouTube and stuff, hopefully, too. That are these Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes a buy at their current prices, 140, 145, 150, anywhere around there. And my advice would be that, yes, I do think they are a buy. Because, again, if you expect this to be a big year for Pokemon, if you expect prices to keep going up, which I think a lot of people do, if things are buzzing as big as they ever have been all over social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook groups, all over the place. Logan Paul still making more Pokemon content. So many massive YouTubers and Twitch streamers and everything are getting into Pokemon stuff so big, and also so much of this stuff is getting ripped open. I mean, you see how many pack openings people are doing, and then for every pack opening, there's an audience of however many thousands of people that are like, oh wow, he just pulled a sick card, I want to do my own pack opening too, I want to pull a sick card too. So not only do you see a ton of influencers and social media people and stuff doing all these pack openings, that influences their audiences to rip open a bunch of stuff too, and having sealed product can still be a very valuable place. Now obviously, there is some risk to this because there's just the fact that yes, we saw these prices once upon a time, but after a reprint, maybe some people expect the price to be a little lower because supply and demand would tell you there's now just more supply out there than there was before. So maybe it wouldn't necessarily make sense for prices to get back to those levels. But again, that doesn't mean that demand can't increase over time to potentially outwork that supply. So I'm not telling you guys that these prices are going to get back to 300 or even get back to 400 in the short term. But if you are able to pick up something at like 145 or even 140 or even below, your break even becomes like 185, and after that everything is straight profit. So even if these boxes get to like 200, 220, 225, 250, which I think is absolutely possible in the next like 3 to 6 months, especially with the way the whole market is going, I think these could be an absolutely good pickup. And I have bought a couple of these. I picked these up a couple of days ago, so the prices were a little bit lower. I picked mine up close to 130, but I would still even consider picking these up for 140, 150. I would maybe even go as high as like 160 or 70. I don't want to get too much above that. At that point, I don't think the risk reward really makes sense because again, these prices are fluctuating so much. But if I could get anything pretty much under like $200 after fees and stuff, I would actually be kind of okay with picking up some more Hidden Fates ETBs, because I do think this is a great set over time. I do think there are some really awesome chase cards, some really hype cards that collectors are always going to be going after. And yes, it is scary that there is a reprint and stuff, But it is an awesome strategy to sell high and buy low. And I think this is just an awesome buying opportunity where you're getting a great discount on a great set to hold over time. If this is something that you want to hold for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, I think we are absolutely going to see prices higher than we do right now. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not saying go throw your life savings into, hidden face ETBs or anything like that. But I'm just letting you know, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm doing. I did pick up a couple of these, and I don't think it would be too dumb to go out and pick up some of these, if anyone was going to ask me that. I do think these could be a really, really awesome opportunity. And again, in 3, 6, even maybe 9 months to a year, I would not be surprised at all to see these going $250 to $300 once again, and you would see a nice little return on investment. I'm not going to say that this is necessarily the best, investment out there right now, because there's so many different ways you can go, from vintage to kind of mid-tier to even modern to like ultra modern. There's so many different opportunities, and it seems like every single day, every single week, there's something different randomly exploding, randomly popping up. But Hidden Fates is a legitimately good set, and honestly, that is some of the best stuff you can invest in. There's so much stuff that explodes in price that really makes no sense, that leaves people wondering. But if Hidden Fates blows up, why. There is actually some really, really good fundamentals with this set. Also, we have Shining Fates coming out, obviously, like really, really soon. And there's a lot of people wondering, what exactly is that going to do with Hidden Fates? And I think it could be good for Hidden Fates in some ways. Some people are saying maybe people will be hyped up for Shining Fates and kind of forget about Hidden Fates, and that'll drop. But at the end of the day, Hidden Fates is absolutely a better set than Shining Fates. So if Shining Fates does start to gain any hype or momentum, or start to the prices to go up a little bit, the Hidden Fates prices are going to have to follow. And if they don't, then you're going to get even bigger of a steal, because eventually Hidden Fates is it's going to be better than Shining Fates. It's going to outvalue. It's going to be, worth more money over time. So no matter what happens with Shining Fates the next coming couple of months, I wouldn't worry too much. I think if anything, all the shiny cards in Shining Fates obviously should bring more attention to Hidden Fates, because we've seen the awesome, awesome collection of shiny cards that Hidden Fates has. And if Shining Fates can provide more popularity and just overall hype around shiny cards, that could be an awesome, awesome thing for Hidden Fates in the next coming months as well. So that would be really, really cool. But yeah, again, I know a lot of people are talking about this right now. I do think that this is a decent pickup. I think it's kind of low risk. Obviously, there is some risk. You could still crash down to that 100-ish range, but I think we've seen a solid support there. And, barring the entire Pokemon market or trading card market or anything just going crazy and just falling off of a cliff, I think this is honestly a pretty safe and pretty good investment in the short, medium, and long terms. I think Hidden Fates is going to be going up. Maybe once we get past all this reprint kind of stuff that's going on right now. But again, opportunities like this where stuff does start to crash, if it is actually good stuff, can be an awesome opportunity for you to buy low and be looking to sell high in the future. That's just good investment. That is just good strategy. So that's just kind of my thoughts and opinions on all of this. Just wanted to get some more Pokemon card content out there because I do think, just like a lot of other people, that this stuff's a lot of fun to do, a lot of fun to talk about, and I do think it is going to be a big year for a lot of this stuff. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Hidden Fates? Are you picking up any ETBs? What prices did you get them at? What prices are you looking at for the future? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on anything we talked about in today's video. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one, but until then, peace!